Thank you for serving on Teen Court. This program promotes self-esteem, accountability, and a positive view of authority. You'll gain experience with courtroom procedures, public speaking, and restorative justice. Restorative justice is an approach to resolving the harm caused by crime or wrongdoing, focusing on bringing victims, offenders, and community members together to address needs, repair harm, and foster transformation rather than solely punishing the offender. This approach prioritizes repairing relationships, promoting accountability, and empowering all involved to decide what needs to happen to make things right. We aim to hold youth accountable in a non-punitive, peer-led environment, support youth development through constructive sanctions and education, and interrupt patterns of destructive behavior and promote pro-social choices. Teen Court can empower you to learn the legal processes, communication, and leadership skills. There are more than 1,200 teen courts around the country. In fact, a quarter of all first-time misdemeanor juvenile cases are heard by teen courts, not juvenile judges. Why? Because studies have shown that your positive peer pressure can be far more impactful than any punishment handed down by a judge. Youth referred to teen court must take responsibility for their actions and agree to take part in teen court. Teen court is not about determining whether someone is guilty or innocent. All of the teens involved are taking responsible for their actions. Your job as a teen court juror is to determine a fair punishment. We call it a sanction. Hearings involve case presentation, jury questioning, and deliberation. Sanctions must be completed within 90 days or within the time frame imposed by the jury. They may include educational programs, essays, apology letters, community service, or peer jury return. Completion of the sanctions results in no further action by the prosecutor. If the juvenile defendant successfully completes teen court, they have to attend the hearing and they have to complete whatever sanction the jury imposes. The arrest will not be part of their official record. In other words, this is their one shot to wipe the slate clean and start over. If they fail to complete the sanctions or they get arrested again, they'll go before a juvenile court judge and face more serious consequences. All volunteers must complete a mandatory training and sign confidentiality and conduct agreements. The volunteer positions include the bailiff, who announces court, seats the jury, manages order, and facilitates the jury return. Next, we have the prosecutor, who presents the facts of the case, emphasizes accountability, and encourages the jury to recommend restorative sanctions. You'll hear first from the prosecutor, and it's the prosecutor's job to explain the facts and circumstances of the case. Next, we have the defense counsel, who meets with the juvenile defendant before the hearing to prepare their case and shares the juvenile defendant's story with the court and ensures balanced views are presented. Then, the students acting as the defense attorney will offer mitigating factors. Mitigating factors are facts or circumstances either about the incident or the juvenile defendant that can help explain what happened and why it happened. Defense counsel may also talk about the character or personal history of the juvenile defendant. Next, we come to the jurors. They are tasked with asking thoughtful, respectful questions and deliberate to reach a unanimous verdict. The jury is given the opportunity to ask questions of the juvenile defendant. You might want to think about things like, are the facts of the case clear? Do you have enough information about the juvenile defendant? Ask questions, seek support from coordinators, and always uphold the mission of restorative justice. After questions have concluded, the jury will leave the room so that you can deliberate. Your deliberations are confidential, so that you should feel comfortable to speak freely. You'll choose a foreperson who will be the spokesperson of the jury. They will keep you on task and will speak for the jury once you've decided on a sanction. All volunteers must always behave professionally and respectfully. All participants are bound by Indiana Code 31-39-1-2, which states that confidentiality is mandatory. Violations of confidentiality or inappropriate behavior are grounds for dismissal and may lead to legal consequences. Maintain objectivity, empathy, and a restorative mindset when deciding sanctions. Teen court proceedings are confidential. The identities of the juvenile defendants are confidential, and your jury deliberations are confidential. So what does that really mean? Let's say you sit as a juror on teen court. You go home that night, and your parents Brother, sister, cousin, someone may ask you about teen court. What did you do? What did you see? What did you watch? What can you tell them? You can tell them how many cases you heard. You can tell them that 2 maybe were shoplifting cases, that 1 was a trespassing case, 1 was a fight. That's about where the details stop. You can't talk about any information that would disclose the identities of any of the juvenile defendants. That information must be kept confidential. So, for example, where did the individual go to school? Where did they live? What grade are they in? All of that information is identifying information and must be kept confidential. Be on time. Arrive by 5:30 p.m. for role assignment and preparation. We do have a dress code. No shorts, hats, ripped jeans, sleeveless shirts, or graphic t-shirts. Dress should be clean, neat, and professional. No food, drinks, or gum are allowed in the courtroom. Do arrive on time, remain professional, and give any notes taken during teen court to the coordinator to be destroyed. Do not take notes home. Treat all participants, friends, or strangers with the same level of courtesy. Do not gossip, discuss cases, or share any confidential information about the defendant. Don't bring distractions into the court, such as phones, gum, or personal conversations. Teen court provides meaningful second chances to youth who have made poor decisions. Volunteers contribute directly to reduce recidivism and increase youth accountability. I use that word recidivism. What does that mean? Recidivism is when a criminal reoffends or commits a new crime. The skills developed here at Teen Court include leadership, public speaking, empathy, legal knowledge, and ethical decision-making. Volunteers may go on to pursue careers in justice, government, or community service. Thank you for choosing to serve on Teen Court. You are a key part of youth rehabilitation in Steuben County. Stay curious, respectful, and open-minded throughout your service. Thank you.